culture community, and I'd like to introduce you to an interesting character called Tommy, who has played quite an interesting role actually in the London Lights theatre show, which is at the Rich Mix in Bethnal Green today. So I'm going to let him take it away and introduce you to his own viewpoints about what it's been like working in the play, developing the play, and obviously performing today at Rich Mix. Tommy.
Right, when I first started, I met Moji. She gave me a chance to use my skills to obviously show what I thought was London. I've done loads of dance and I've done loads of movement in the past, so I was obviously really good at that. What I did struggle with lines and obviously finding that connection to portray the right role. So like we've had exercises of warming up. She's showed us different ways that I can take with me anywhere now, because like it came to a point where I was just reading the lines and I couldn't like express them. So we had a little exercise where obviously they wanted me to feel something. Give me a little push, a little.
Because you've got to get into the role, haven't you?
Give me a little push until I was like shaking. I literally cried. I was like, oh, this is it, man. How did I know? And then they were like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what they mean. Like, don't say like, oh, I'm so angry, but like use that energy. And obviously the cast as well, they were all supporting me. And obviously I'm not the greatest or have the most experience in theatre, but literally they showed me things that I couldn't recreate.
I was going to say, because it's quite an eclectic mix of people. I mean, how many different nationalities were in the play today? There was a lot, wasn't there? You know, what was the, obviously, you know, explain a bit about teamwork, you know, and building the play. Because it's quite, it's not your traditional route of theatre and the way that you guys work together. So, you know, how has that been as well? Because that's quite a new thing, I think. Is it Utopia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The idea was to obviously notice the things you usually avoid to notice. To use little distractions that you go, oh, yeah, but connect with that. Be like, you see that every single day.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Well, personally, I try to ignore it, but if I did have an opinion, and then we'd have a starting point, we'd go through exercises, we'd go through talks, we'd go through how to touch someone appropriately, how to be comfortable in yourself, how to own your words, how to quote. And there was just stuff like
so it's more like a sort of a social element rather than a kind of iron. Right, you're over there, you're over there.
It wasn't leader, soldier. Yeah. It was literally, she showed us what we wanted to see in ourselves. She made this play ours, and we obviously connected to it. So we wanted to try the best we can. Like, obviously, I'm still a bit attached to the show now. Like, if there was another opportunity, I'd be asking Moji to come.
Brilliant. Good. Well, I mean, it's good vibes though, you know. I mean, you're a Londoner yourself, as it were, so can you relate to any of the issues then that were covered in the play, you know?
The frustration, it's...
Getting on the train.
Yeah, it's the frustration, it's the routine.
It's been 4 years. You've got me on spreadsheets. I need to grow. It's the damn spreadsheets. Spreadsheets. I guess I can't complain.
Knowing that A to B every single day, do you know what I mean? When you do a job, A to B, A to B, A to B, A to B, and you ask yourself,
it's life in the box, isn't it? It's a bit like life in the box in the concrete jungle. And I mean, it's quite brave to look at those kind of things. Obviously, it's quite a young cast, you know, and the kind of challenges that young people face today, being in the concrete jungle as it was, you know. So what do you think the message is? I mean, what can you take away from, you know, this?
I think I'm more socially aware. I understand that just because I have a perspective of things, it can be different from others.
Yeah.
And I feel like that could benefit you to empathise with other people That was the whole point of the message, the play.
Maybe if you're getting elbowed on the train,
Yeah.
you can understand.
You can understand, like, someone's had a bad day, and,
It's the stress.
and they're trying to get there, and you're like, what are you doing with your life? But now you're like, okay, I get it, that's fine, I'll let you off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just to be a bit closer. You know what I mean? Everyone knows about Facebook and being connected, but are we really connected? And
Yes.
those are the questions that make you want to be like, yeah, I'm going to actually talk to someone.
Yeah, it kind of throws them up in the air, doesn't it? Yeah. Brilliant. And so the last thing is, what has been your favourite experiences, or, you know, what's been your favourite time working on the project?
I've enjoyed all of it, to be honest. It's
Excellent.
been an adventure.
Yeah.
It has been an adventure. I'd come high, I'd come low. I'd come ill, I'd come like feeling like Superman. I'd be like spinning on my head. I can spin on my head. That is how serious it is. Like, I feel that energy.
The
when I
joy
go
of
in.
Utopia.
Yeah. And then it's just been interesting. Like, I can't.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, you've heard a little introduction. You know, if it's going to be on again, make sure that you come down and see it. You know, it's been one of those plays that, again, you know, if it was on a bit longer, you know, I'm sure that people would have appreciated that. But it's been a great time. You know, we've seen the show like twice over already. So yeah, make sure you watch the other interview on the channel, and of course, love culture. This is Hart Culture.